day, Delaware National Guard, and welcome to the May 2017 edition of the DNG News. This is Staff Sergeant Gabrielle Riker. During the week, she works in the HRO office in staffing and classification. On drill weekends, she works in services, handling lodging, accounting, cooking, and overall fitness of the units within the 166th Airlift Wing. She is also an active member of the Wing's Honor Guard. Staff Sergeant Riker joined the Delaware National Guard while she was still in high school 6 years ago. In March, she was named Airman of the Year for all of her hard work and dedication to the Delaware National Guard. Congratulations on such a great accomplishment.
Over April drill, the Delaware National Guard did something it hasn't done in nearly 25 years. We hosted a governor's review of the troops. The event couldn't have come at a better time since Governor John Carney just became our Commander-in-Chief. Take a look at this video from Lieutenant Calloway with all the details.
Officers and airmen from the Delaware National Guard assembled at Delaware State University for an official review by Governor John Carney. This is the first time in 25 years that an event like this occurred.
So it was awesome, and it was really great to get the Air and Army together in one place and have the new governor, new commander-in-chief, have the opportunity to review his troops and really get a sense of what we bring as the Delaware National Guard. Because sometimes when he comes to events, he sees handfuls of people. So here he gets to see almost, well over half, about 1,700 of us in formation. So it was really good.
Along with reviewing the troops, Governor Carney promoted General Vavala to Lieutenant General, making him the first four-star general in Delaware history. While the promotion is honorary to the Delaware Militia, it is an honor nonetheless.
What I like about the state militia history is that the governor is truly the commander-in-chief, and so he has the opportunity to promote people in the state to state honorary promotions, and this is just a great example of that. General Vavala well earned his fourth star. And
upon having such a tenured adjutant general, the event was a fitting way to not just honor his service, but also welcome the Guard's new commander-in-chief.
Yeah, it's really special because, as I said in my remarks, he really is the example for servant leadership, right? As he said in his remarks, it's always been about the men and women of the Guard, not so much about him. But we look to him for that leadership, service above self. And I think that's why it's so important to recognize him and recognize what he stands for, recognize his dedication to the men and women of the Guard and their service.
Having nearly 1,600 troops assembled in one place is something we don't see every day, but it is certainly a sight to behold. And there is not a more fitting way for Governor Carney and the congressional delegation to bestow their thanks to the troops.
It's good and important to show my support as Commander-in-Chief and our support as the citizens of our state for the service that they provide to Delaware and the country.
Reporting from Dover, Delaware, I'm Lieutenant Wendy Calloway.
While Lieutenant Calloway was on the ground, Sergeant Paul Thorson had an area view. Take a look at his video.
The 101st Public Affairs Detachment took a flight with the 238th Aviation Regiment in support of Governor Carney's passing review of the Delaware National Guard.
Each year, the National Guard Bureau hosts a media competition. The contest has a variety of categories recognizing all the public affairs talents across the nation. This year, congratulations go out to Staff Sergeant Andy Horgan and Technical Sergeant Stephen Frober. They placed third in a short-form production category. Take a look at their award-winning piece. Congratulations go to the both of you. I don't know about you, but this year's military ball was the best one ever. Over 800 soldiers and airmen gathered once again at Dover Downs Hotel and Casino to share camaraderie and esprit de corps. Everyone gathered before the ball for a cocktail reception and to mix and mingle. The color guard, who was really good this year, kicked off the official portion of the program. General Timmons addressed everyone for the first official military ball as the Adjutant General. Dinner was served and the dancing ensued. I think it's safe to say that a good time was had by all. While we gathered for the military ball every year, the CST gathered for their certification training every year and a half. Well, 2017 was a certification year. Take a look at this video from 2nd Lieutenant Wendy Calloway on their training exercise certification.
It was a 5 a.m. call to the commander of the 31st Civil Support Team from the Delaware National Guard's Military Support Office that set the unit in motion. Within 80 minutes of the call, the 11-person advance party was on site with a possible chemical or biological agent. The unit footprint includes 9 vehicles and 21 personnel. Each team must work together within their own team members and then also with the other teams in the unit to ensure mission success. Once the footprint is established, members of the survey team conduct their mission.
As far as the survey team, it's a team of 8 personnel that actually go downrange and identify hazards that are unknown. And there's 2 parts to the mission. First part's a recon mission, where we'd go downrange and actually see what's happening downrange. And there's also a sampling mission. Sergeant Mayoff and myself were part of the recon team. We're the first team to go down. So the carry-on team will actually go down and take some more samples.
Once the recon and sampling missions are complete, the decon, medical, and chemical teams can jump into action to take care of the survey team members and also test the samples collected. From there, unit members work with the appropriate outside agencies to treat any patients and to contain and properly mitigate the hazard. This is not only an exercise, but a training proficiency evaluation by U.S. Army North. Each team within the unit must work together to secure the site and identify the possible hazard. These evaluations are important as they assess the unit's readiness.
So we are looking at the team and doing their evaluation to see whether or not they're capable of coming up on what we call the gold cycle, whether their emergency response cycle, so that they meet the standards that are set forth by Army North and by doctrine, that they've met the standard to be put on mission.
While the CST supports dozens of missions throughout the year, rarely are they missions where there's actually a hazard to be identified. The typical missions are considered standby because the event is of a magnitude where someone might introduce a hazard. Because of that, training missions like this keep the unit cohesive.
There's no doubt about it. They benefit the team tremendously because it keeps us sharp. It keeps us proficient. So it keeps us in the mindset that we have the Army standard and we have the NGB standard, because our team it's an Army unit, but it's composed of Army and Air Force personnel. But these evaluations, they make sure that we're prepared and we're ready to support call up, whether local, state, or national.
Reporting from Georgetown, Delaware, I'm Lieutenant Wendy Calloway.
All right, so what's going to happen is this oven.
The CSC was not the only group getting certified. Soldiers from across the state gathered at Bethany Beach Training Site to obtain their food service certification. As part of the event, soldiers competed blocks of instruction that were followed by written tests. Once that was out of the way, soldiers assembled teams and went through the Delaware Army National Guard's version of Iron Chef. They were given a region, various ingredients, and 2 hours to prepare a dish. Congratulations to the winners and all who participated. While the food service specialists were obtaining their certifications, the Army recruiters were hosting a competition for high school ROTCs from around the state. Teams gathered at Kinlands Pond State Park to go head-and-head in PT Challenge, trivia contest, obstacle course, truck pull, and knockout drill and ceremony competition. At the end of the competition, Cape Henlopen High School was the overall winner. Congratulations! If you have any soldiers or airmen who are interested in hosting the DNG News, please contact Lieutenant Calloway at the number below. Well, that's all for this month's news. Keep doing all the great things that you are doing, and we'll see you next month.